Hello y'all, welcome back to Kicking the Bass. As you know, one of my first videos I did a gorilla tape video where I was using gorilla tape to hold my transducer for my fish finder up on the bowl without having to drill any holes into the pod. I have since, based on all the viewers' comments and on that video and hearing some of the newer ideas out there, I decided to change and go with a couple of those ideas. So I did remove the gorilla tape from the transducer on the bottom of the boat, and I'm using the transducers are now attached by screw through the for the pod at the bottom of the pod. But having said that, the gorilla tape was not a total waste of an idea. The benefit that I found to use now, and this is based off of looking at some other informational videos and stuff like that, is for the wear and tear of the boat, the bottom of the kayak. Let me switch over to the kayak here. As you can see, I've taken out everything out of my kayak and turned it over. And what I wanted to show you is that the gorilla tape can serve a really good function. All of you know that when you're out taking your kayak out, you're going to run into times where you're going to have it on concrete or something like that, and have to slide it one way or another to get it positioned the way you want it. That eventually creates wear and tear on the bottom of your kayak. For example, let me show you one of the spots that's a hot spot. That right there, that point. If you can see the wear and tear on that, and that comes from the boat ramp that I use most of the time with this kayak over at our local lake. I end up, once I get it to the boat ramp itself and it sits down, I sometimes have the tendency to drag it into the water, and that's the point that's hitting before it starts lifting up once it's floating. That, and you can, if you just go along the bottom, you can see there's a couple other spots that you have little scuffs and stuff that it picks up, and this is where the boat touches, or the kayak touches the bottom on these concrete areas. So even though it's got the wheel and the keel to make things a lot easier, this boat will take some, this is the Feel Free lure, it will take its a fair amount of wear and tear if you don't do something to protect it. What I have found that helps with that protection, and I've taken the gorilla tape off for right now to show you the damage that was on the boat before I put the gorilla tape on. But gorilla tape can protect those spots. The point I was trying to make is the gorilla tape, even though I ended up not using it for the original purpose, I did use it for a while and it did work for the transducer installation. I did want something a little more permanent and it wasn't going to have any give throughout its use. So I did remove it from there, but I am going to use it to go along these spots here and take a couple pieces of gorilla tape, place them neatly on those spots to absorb the damage that I take when those spots hit concrete or rubbing against the ground. Just wanted to point that out. Gorilla tape has its uses, so don't be afraid to buy a roll and try it out for yourself. To me, it works. It has worked already. When I started getting the damage on the front, I took the gorilla tape and I put it on here, on this section here, which I'm about to do again. But I'm not going to bore you with the details on that because you guys, everybody here knows how to put on tape or duct tape neatly. So I'm going to take the gorilla tape and I'm going to cover this spot, and I'm going to cover any of the other spots where the boat or the bottom of the hull seems to touch ground to help protect it during its usage. So just wanted to make an update to my original gorilla tape video, and hope you get something out of it. And appreciate everybody's comments and inputs that led me to using the gorilla tape just for this purpose and not to use to keep the transducer up. And I'll see you out on the water. Hope you get something out of it. And remember, if you have anybody in your family that hasn't gone fishing yet, and you might need a little kick in the bass to get them going. Fishing's great, good way of keeping the kids off the streets and out there doing something that they will probably love doing, and having fun. So, that being said, have a good day. Thank you. Bye bye.